So the Motovox has a Tillotson 212 from Go Power Sports. So to see how many RPM the stock rod can handle, I added a 24mm flat slide, a Mod 2 cam, a header pipe, and a billet flywheel. And the bike's running a 5.8:1 ratio, 10 on the clutch and 58 on the rear sprocket. And last time around, the bike started valve float around 6,600 RPM with the stock valve springs. So this time around, to gain some more RPM with the Mod 2, I'm gonna add these valve shims, and while I'm at it, I'm gonna add a 10,000th head gasket to bump the compression, and then I'll take it back out for a 0 to 30 and top speed, and then we'll see if we can break 6,600 RPM without valve float. And then at the same time, we'll see how many RPM the stock rod can handle. Pull this exhaust off of here. With a little bit of extra compression that 10,000th head gasket makes, maybe the bike will get a little bit quicker. This carb off of here. Which says 45 or 50 thousandths head gasket on here. So that 10,000 should help it out. Use my trusty valve spring removal tool. Man, this thing comes in handy. Makes it so much easier, especially on the heads with the automotive style retainers. And it really works awesome too with these heads, with these canted valves. Because it grabs the valve underneath there really easy. So it's a really nice tool, really simple. I think it was only like maybe 15 or 20 bucks. So these valve shims are about 65 thousandths, so it definitely should gain some more RPM. So I'm gonna throw these aluminum retainers and keepers on here. Maybe it'll lighten up the valve train a little bit and add a little bit more RPM. Okay, there we go. Throw on this 10,000ths head gasket. Throw this head on here. So on some of the aluminum retainer and keeper kits, I noticed they hit on the rocker arm on this head. But these here are clear, so I got lucky with these. I'm sure they make a specific kit for this head. So I have the 65 thousandths shims on there, and then I went ahead and added an aluminum keeper and retainer kit. So that should add some RPM. So now I will take it out for a 0 to 30 and top speed, and let's see what happens. Well, we'll see if it's any quicker with the added compression. Feels pretty quick. So I think it's 3.72 I have to beat. 0 to 30, 10 thousandths head gasket and valve shims on the Tillotson 212. Man, it gets up there pretty quick. A 3.69, so it already beat the 0 to 30 time. I think 3.72 was the best. So it's a little bit quicker. Now let me do a top speed and hopefully it doesn't throw the rod. Yeah, it feels like it runs pretty good. It's pretty responsive, pretty snappy. With the head gasket and the valve shims. slowing down. Yeah, it feels like it's losing power and slowing down a little bit. It's kind of vibrating and then losing power and slowing down. So I don't know. Maybe the rod's seizing up? I'm not sure. But it ran fantastic for a little while. Let's see what happens, and I'll continue on, and we'll see if I can make it back home. That seemed pretty good right there. Yeah, I lost a lot of power right there. So it definitely revs quicker, and there's no hint of valve float. I mean, it runs awesome with this combination. So with the 1058 and the Mod 2 and the stock springs, it did 3.72 0 to 30 and 50.46. Then I added the aluminum retainer kit and the shims, and it got quicker, 3.69. And then it gained a little bit of top speed before it started losing power. Yeah, it's really kind of weird. It feels like it's seizing up when you really get on it. It's almost like a wheel bearing freezing up, or like a brake locking up. Just for a little bit, and then it lets loose. But it's only when you really get on it, so it makes me wonder if the rod is starting to seize up on the crank a little bit, maybe. I mean, it could be fine, I'm not sure. I mean, I have dogged this thing over multiple videos with a stock rod. See, the wheel bearings feel fine. Yeah, the wheel bearings feel fine, and the brake doesn't seem like it's locking up. So what is it? What's causing it to act like it's totally losing power? It acts like you put on the brakes. It's like you're slamming on the brakes. So I'll probably go ahead and just throw a billet rod in here anyway, just to be safe. So what do you think it is? Why does it feel like you're slamming on the brakes when you get up into the higher RPM band? I'm probably gonna have to ask the mini bike expert